Hello and welcome to... Why do I always forget? Welcome to episode 79 of Jobless Weebs.
Nice.
I'm Marco, the beautiful Mexican, and with me today,
Brian.
So nice to see you, Brian, after
Yeah, another
break.
another long time. Yeah. I don't know why I get called away so many times, but yeah, I had a work thing, but I'm back, which is the important part.
Nice.
Yeah, I survived to talk about anime. Yeah.
How was your week then?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Well, in the sense that I got a lot of needed rest, and then I worked on a lot of things for like my personal interests with books and stuff. But yeah, I've been catching up on a lot of rest, which was really great. I stayed in bed like 4 or 5 hours on Sunday, just in bed. Yeah, in the afternoon.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're like,
Yeah, so I was really tired from the event that I had to do the week before. But yeah, I think I got through this week though. Anime helped me a lot. I'm watching a couple of ones. Sadly, Mir Tamata, no upcoming episodes for a while.
There's
which
a
is so
hiatus,
sad.
right?
Yeah, it was something to do with like a hold on their studio due to sicknesses and whatnot.
Oh,
But yeah, those episodes are on hold, which made me so sad. But it allowed me to try a couple of others, like Buddy Daddies. That was pretty good.
How do you like it?
I really like that one, especially with the beginning, how like he dresses as Santa Claus to infiltrate this like super mega like elite party, but then he's of course an assassin, so he has to take out
a really
people in
wacky
Santa.
one, and it's like they got rid of a bad guy, but they're technically kidnapping a girl.
Yes,
Which is like doesn't sound really wholesome, but
so like they're like assassins, and they take this girl, and it's like they become like father figures to her, which is so funny to me. But yeah, I had a blast with it. Yeah.
nice.
Mm-hmm. How was your week?
My week, it's been good. I've been neglecting a lot of the current anime, and at the same time, I've been wanting to, watch a few good number of episodes.
Yes, yeah.
But I've been keeping track with a few of the slice of life, mostly.
Nice. Oh,
And other than that, most of the time I'm spending a lot of time watching Pokemon.
Oh, there you go.
I'm already in season 6.
Wow.
And I started like 2 weeks ago, which I know for me, those are rookie numbers.
Oh, man.
I should like pump those numbers, but I can't because I've been busy with, in general with work and some of the other projects that I want to do for the channel.
Yes, exactly.
And every now and then I'm lazing around like playing video games or so.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear though. You're varying it up, which is great.
I'm trying,
I think like after graduating school, things of that nature, like structuring your life is kind of really weird.
It was, and I mean, and it was really good that that we started this because now it's like now I have editing or like the Beat Saber, which is more editing.
That's true.
Or like practice the songs, but it's like.
But it's you have something to work, something to look forward to.
Yeah, because back when
same
when I was still in college, it's like, oh yeah, Monday to Monday, it's just like doing homework And in the weekend, if I'm taking time off from homework or studying, is to either
take a test.
Yeah, take a test or buy groceries.
Oh yeah.
Or just like a 1 or 2 hours that I'm allowing myself to have, just because I don't want to throw my computer out of the window, out of the frustration.
So true. Oh man.
So nowadays it's like, okay, it's like 4, 5 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm at work. It's like, peace out. This is
a
problem for tomorrow.
Yeah,
or this is a problem for Monday.
That's right. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, I think that really helps, at least with like adult jobs. At least, there is a chance for that.
Yeah, and well, for today's episode, luckily we're not going to talk about, the frustrating life of an adult.
That's right. We're going back to high school.
Yeah, high school. Those days that I would like not to remember, but for anime, those are the best.
For some reason, that's true. Yeah, even though it was probably so cringy in real life, it's still that like magical time. Yeah.
Yeah, the anime that we're going to talk about today, it's called Oto Tomare, or in English, I think it's Sounds of Life.
That's right. Yeah, Sounds of Life.
This is it has 2 seasons. One was in 2019. The other one, I think it was the year after, 2020. And it has, I think, 24 episodes.
26.
26?
Yeah, 26.
Oh, 13 and 13. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
It comes from a manga.
Yeah.
The manga is still running, and I'm almost caught up with the manga.
Oh, wow. No way.
And this is the type of anime that I normally don't like to check the manga, because this is a music manga, and I consider myself to be musically challenged.
Oh, sure.
So it's like, all that stuff of like, like reading the music or
any technical whatsoever.
Yeah.
Other than being together.
Yeah.
In music.
If I cannot listen to it, it's like,
then it's
I rather avoid it, because it's like a foreign language. True. And I mean, technically it's a foreign language.
Oh, it is. Yeah. I remember taking classes in high school. I was in a choir a couple of years, actually. And it really is like, just reading music is entirely different. It is like a different language. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, so for this type of show, how like anime makes a lot of use of like images and colors to transmit the music. So it's not only the music, but it's like kind of like a sensory overload with all these pictures and images, or like comparisons to nature or whatever, that you're like, oh crap, I do feel the music.
Yeah, oh yes, yeah.
But when you have to read it, it's like, well, the drawings is like, they're pretty, but
the drawings are nice. Yeah. I totally agree. I haven't checked out the manga myself, but what you were saying about the anime, it is all about like the flowing movements, and also the imagery, but also like the brilliance of the animation paired up with, like, of course, the music that we actually hear watching the anime. But it does like all come together for the show. Is it like, for the manga, is it like static, or is it like very like flowy type of images?
They do feel flowy, and it sounds kind of weird. It's like, well, it's manga, like panel by panel, but like when they are performing, and this is gonna sound really cringy, but when you are reading, it's like, okay, I can see some kind of like path that is for. It's like, yeah, I cannot listen to it, but you know, I kind of feel like it's being animated, and I know that sounds like I'm crazy, probably.
No, I totally get it. Yeah, I can totally imagine.
But yeah, the manga is really good. I liked it because it's like, well, you know what, I don't know anything about music, and they do make reference to a lot of like classical music, and you know, a lot of it's like traditional Japanese music.
Oh, most definitely.
This anime, it's about a certain traditional Japanese instrument that it's called the koto.
Yeah.
The koto, it comes with either 13 strings, which is like the regular one, or 17 strings, which works more like a bass.
Oh yeah, like a bass instrument.
Yeah, a bass.
Yeah. That's right.
And so this is like your favorite setup is like, yeah, it's high school club.
Yep, check. A little bit of romance.
A little bit of
mostly
romance.
In the second season.
I mean, what I liked about this anime is like, you know, it's kind of like philosophical and and like a really feel good vibe of like, you know, kind of like, yeah, love yourself. Right. It's like accept yourself for who you are. It's like, if you made mistakes, don't worry. It's like, it's in the past. Like, no matter what you do, it's like, it's all behind you. What matters is like what you do after. It's like, oh boy, it's like, I don't need to pay for a psychiatrist. Like,
this is
like this anime is like, it's my new therapy.
There you go. Oh yes. Yeah, it does get deep down in those types of things, and familial relationships and friendship, of course. But yeah, a lot of that self-acceptance.
Yeah.
For pretty much everybody, now that I think of it.
Yeah. I mean, every character have their moment, their development, and it's also one of those that is like, oh, things are not what they look like. Especially because when I'm talking about like Kudo, like the main guy, Chika Kudo.
Yep.
He is your run-of-the-mill delinquent.
That's right. Yeah. Standoffish type of character who
like
always gets in
blonde.
trouble. Yep. He's blonde, tall.
Seems that he loves fighting. Or he loves steering trouble.
That's right.
And he has some sort of delinquent past to when everything bad happens. It's like, he's
blame this guy.
Like, he's the bad guy. He's like, anime have taught us that this is how bad guys look like in a school setting.
Oh yeah.
And so this anime is so great. I liked it so. I've watched it 3 times so far.
Oh, there you go.
And you know, I started the manga from the beginning to where they are now, which is kind of like spoiler alert. It's like the national competition.
Oh yeah.
Which, you know, at this point it's not really spoiler because all those
it's been a while.
skull clubs, animes, it's like, they're aiming for that. So
they always are. Yeah. For these types of competition types, it's always nationals.
Yeah.
It's true.
And unless it's like animes like Hibike Euphonium, is like that they always lose before getting to the nationals. But there's gonna be a 3rd season, and they might be able to win this time.
There you go. Okay, 3rd season.
But yeah, I mean, we're gonna start from the very beginning.
Oh yes,
as we always do, to spoil you the anime. I mean, to tell you the story.
Oh sure. And then go from there.
I just want to talk about like those characters. Because those are really lovable characters that you're like, oh, you kids, I just want to hug you. Like, you've gone through a lot, kids. It's like,
Yeah, you kind of like see their growth through the whole show. And it's like, yes, you did it. So the first episode, it starts right away with Chika Kudo, his background, but we basically just open up with the koto shop just trashed. Everything's like broken on the floor, and it slowly develops kind of like what happened. But we also see Kurata's beginning with his old group from the Koto club. But then I think the highlight in this particular episode is when Chika, he, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's when he like starts going to school here, but then he's still being like kind of looked down upon, but with his wanting to like play the koto, he tries to start going into the club with the koto players. I think.
Yeah, he goes to the koto club and like Takeso senpai or Kurata, he's like, oh no, you're a delinquent. You just only gonna do delinquent things. So like, so go away.
Yeah, I don't believe you. Leave.
Like the whole first episode is just like this confusion of how Chika it's been judged by everyone as the troublemaker, or like not even delinquent, like he's already labeled as a criminal,
because
which is like delinquent, criminal is like two very different things.
Oh yes, like
very different levels of danger.
And so the rumors and the story that's going around is that he basically destroyed his grandfather's koto shop, and in so doing by doing that, the cops showed up basically and was involved with trying to like figure out like what happened, but they pretty much blamed Kudo for doing that criminal activity.
because Kudo was there. He's like, that makes sense. That if you came back to the scene of the crime, and he's like, said every police ever probably. He's like, oh yeah, why look for the culprit when you are clearly the one? He's like, sounds logic, but a lot of time happens in real life too. You know, like, and so he already has this stigma, and he's like, no, well, you know what, I'm trying to play the koto, so I'm going to join the club. And his behavior, it's also that of kind delinquent.
Of kind of like a bully. Because he always tries to push. He always tries to like shove other people away, but then also like not really care about other people. So yeah, he tries to like go into this strong arming Kurata basically. And actually I do remember another aspect is that when we see Kurata come to the club room for the very first time, we see real delinquents.
There are real delinquents
were there, and they were like smoking. They were like using the room for themselves, and so Kurata, he's like not really like doing anything to kick them out when he is like the club president.
He's the only one.
And he is the only one. Since he is the only one, and so there were a lot of things like going around here too, where the sign on the outside was written over and like totally vandalized, and so Kurata was very, very angry at like people being in the room whatsoever. So I think that also like made him say like, no, like you're not. I don't believe you. You're not even gonna like come in here because you're a delinquent too.
I mean, because he arrives, he kicks the delinquents out, and he's like, yeah, I'm the king of the mountain now, or that's how Takeso sees. It's like, oh,
that's true. He's
and he ended up stealing the sign for the club because you're not taking care of this club, so like, go away. Yeah, and like during the first 2 episodes, pretty much, it's when Chika is being a bullied. It's been a bully to protect Kurata.
Oh, yes.
But then the real bullies are getting back at him because he's like, oh, well, Chika's here and he was seen around the club.
So they try to do basically the same thing that happened to Kudo's grandfather. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, man.
And so it goes back to the principal.
Yeah.
Saying like, oh, well, Chika, you did that, and do you have anything to say for yourself? And he's just quiet, and he's like, oh yeah, you see, he didn't say anything. That proves his guilt. He's like,
yep. Let's put all the blame on him.
Yeah, these adults are idiots.
Yeah. And then the vice president, he's kind of a dirtbag also.
Yeah.
but it's okay. Because Kurata, with this going on, he kind of like has a change of heart. Because Kudo, he is blamed for it, and he's basically like still ostracized by everybody. So everybody thinks he wrecked his grandfather's shop, of course.
And I think he
talked
with Tetsuki, right? With Chika's best friend.
Yes.
And Chika's best friend tells him like, oh, you know what? Like,
and then he tells him what happened.
He likes to fight, but not because he's a bully, but because he's just like he's a good person. He's like protecting others. Like he's protecting the weaker.
He is protecting the weak. Yeah, because
there were bullies that were sent to trash his granddad's shop.
Yeah,
and like he's just being misunderstood, and then Kurata is like, oh, I'm a jerk. So he goes to rescue Chika, and he's like, oh no, he didn't do anything. He's part of the club. That's why he was there.
Why he's in there. Yeah.
And Tetsuki, he beats the crap out of like the delinquents, and then delinquents confess. Like, let me tell you, Tetsuki is one of my favorite characters.
Okay.
He's a supporting one, but
it's true.
He's one of my favorite characters, and in the manga, he's even better. It's like,
really? Oh wow.
Yeah, he's like his best boy by far.
Wow.
Like, Chika is nice and everything.
Yeah,
like,
but
wholesome and everything. But Tetsuki is like he is the best boy in the shadows.
Yes, that's right. He's like the backbone to all of the delinquent type of guys, because they're also like kind of studying with him. I think that's really funny. But yeah, that's true. Yeah, he is like a supporting type of character, since he's not really in the club whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like delinquent-ish.
Yeah.
But he's like super smart
true,
too. Like, he's a good student and everything. So he doesn't look like a delinquent, but he hangs around these doofus guys.
Oh yeah, the 3 guys. Oh my gosh. They're the three other delinquents. They're so funny. Let's see. And then Kudo, he basically like joins the club at that time. And then let's see here. I think
right after that, Satoka joins.
Yes.
And Satoka is this beautiful girl.
Yeah.
That she comes from a prominent family in Koto.
Yeah, the Hozuki family.
Yeah. And so she's like, oh yeah, like, let's have fun in this. Turns out that she's a witch.
Yep.
Because she also like convinces the three Duffus
Oh yeah,
to join.
the three Stooges. Oh my, yeah, like beguiling them with her smiles and smile. Oh my gosh, yeah, she got them good, and then only after they actually like commit to being in the club and whatnot, because the club would have been disbanded anyway.
Yeah, because the thing is, at this point, it's like when we're jumping a few episodes, like the first four at least.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
The thing is like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, the Koto Club has enough members, but more than half of them look like delinquents.
Yeah, and don't.
So we're gonna do what every reasonable adult will do, and we will start judging the kids.
Oh yes.
And they're like, no, they're just there to have fun and waste time and do delinquent stuff, whatever that means.
Yeah, and using the room basically while the other three play, basically. But
the other two play, like,
because then
Kurata.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, at that time, because Chika, he didn't really really play at that time. And then the vice president, of the school, he really doesn't like the delinquents like whatsoever. So he basically gives, is that at that time that he gives them an ultimatum to like perform or be disbanded?
At the school assembly.
Yeah.
And so
gosh,
that's when like the Three Stooges, they're like, oh, you know what? Chika helped us out back when we were in middle school. So we're gonna help him out.
Yeah.
He's like, how hard would this thing be? And he's like, it's really hard.
It's really hard.
But they join, they start playing, they have a great performance.
Yeah.
And
and
they're like,
everyone's wowed.
we want to thank the vice principal for this opportunity. And everyone's like, oh, vice principal, you did it. Like, you reformed the delinquents.
The vice president is like, what?
He's like, oh yeah, he was.
Oh yeah, that was
me. That was my plan.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was so funny when they basically called him out by saying that, but also forcing him to let them continue.
You know, I didn't like that vice principal, but in the manga, there's an arc that the vice principal can like save the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no way.
So it's like, I liked him a little more because of that. And if there's ever a third season of this anime, it's like, I'm for sure probably going to cry when the vice principal does that.
Okay. Sounds incredible. Wow.
Okay, and from there...
Oh, yes, yeah.
We almost have all the members. We don't have a lot of character development yet.
Yeah,
it's just like the Three Stooges are just like, you know what? We have never been serious about anything. So we're going to be serious about this instrument. Yeah. We're going to practice more. And it's like, they're a really tight group. And it seems like they're having fun and everything. And so there's one more girl, third year, that happens to be...
Or second year, same as Kurata.
Oh, yeah, second year.
Yeah.
Same as Kurata.
Yeah,
it's actually her classmate. Her name is Kurusu.
Hiro.
Yeah, I think her name is Kurusu, right?
Kurusu. That's right. Yeah, Hiro. Yeah.
And so she's a terrible girl.
She really is. Like, thinking of high school, she's like the type of girl you don't want to like associate with whatsoever, like ever, in a high school setting.
You know, like from Mean Girls?
Okay.
Exactly like that. You know? Like,
it's just a typical relationship wrecker.
Yes.
Mean Girls. Oh my gosh. Yeah. My sisters, I think they've seen that one. But yeah. Oh, so this girl, Hiro Kurusu, she will, sees their performance in the school assembly, and it's kind of scary at first because we know like her intentions are, she has like ulterior motives, and we know that she's not very kind because I think we see her like smirking.
Yeah,
and so
and it's for the fun of it.
It's really like
it's not like the club did anything to her.
Right, nothing.
She was like, oh, they look happy.
Yeah. And
whoa.
She
like, we gotta fix that.
Yeah, yeah. They look happy. I'm gonna fix it. So yeah, she joins the club for the sole purpose of destroying their happiness, of destroying their relationships. Yeah, it was so weird. Oh man. So she comes in like kind of being fake, almost like how Satoa acted at first.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Kind of. I mean, hers was a little bit different, but she, Kurusu, she actually wants to like have fun with getting in between their relationships. And
yeah, and really, she starts saying like, "Oh yeah, you know what? Like Satoa thinks that you guys suck."
Yeah,
and they're like,
"We do."
He's like,
"Yeah," and it's like she's hitting all the right points. It's like she also makes stabs at Satoa, also like saying, "Hey, like you don't belong here. Like your level is like this and that, and like." Don't you feel like out of place and whatnot? It's like, whoa, man.
Yeah, and
so
even
she's
with
like going
Chica,
all
like
out.
how she's trying to like rattle Chica up, and Chica is like,
yeah, at any given moment.
Chica is like, you better watch your mouth, or I'm gonna
right.
And she's like, okay, he's a nope, but I'm gonna try with the rest of the guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Kudo, he specifically says, I don't believe rumors, basically. I don't believe anything that I don't hear from the person themselves. Which is incredible.
It's like, okay, yeah, Chica is like the voice of experience.
Yes,
like,
he really is. Yeah.
He's just this guy that his life was ruined thanks to rumors. It's like,
yeah,
he has made a motto in his life. It was like, I gotta hear it from that person.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, if it's good or bad, it's like I have to hear it from that person.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I won't believe it.
That's right. That's right. Oh, incredible.
Luckily,
he's the man. Yeah.
That finishes early. I think that was the first character development.
I think it was. Yeah.
I mean, Satoka has some character development, but just because she was also judging Chica.
Right. Yeah. That was a little bit of
and then she was told like, oh, well, you know, like there were actually people in here, and that's what happened. And she was also like, oh, I'm a jerk.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we see her change a little bit. Then
we also see Kurusu's story. Because it's like she had a boyfriend back in high school. It was like really, really childish stuff. But it's like, whoa. Yeah. It's elementary. It's junior high.
Yeah, it was like junior high.
What were you expecting? That's just drama in those years.
Right. And so what happened to her was that her boyfriend was stolen by another girl who spread rumors about her, like telling lies and whatnot. So it's like now she turned around to do the exact same thing that happened to her. So that was a really sad backstory.
Yeah.
But, she took it by internalizing it in a kind of like a bad way of spreading it around, trying to hurt others.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, people are saying mean things about me. Well, I might as well do those mean things. It's like,
to others.
That's not how it should work.
So she's in high school, still doing this, but then she sees. I do like her character development right here. She sees that this group, they are like knit together. They are trying to like work towards something beyond just like the here and now, especially with Kudo not believing the rumors, especially. I think that was really, really key. But I think also she kind of wanted kind of like that belonging in a group, basically.
Yeah.
Because we've ultimately, through her character development, we've ultimately find out it's through her jealousy that she really wanted to join this group. So yeah, it's incredible that she was able to join it and like be accepted. It was so nice. Yeah.
Yeah, now that
I loved it.
After she joins the group,
yeah,
they start practicing for regionals, I think.
Yeah, they do regionals first.
They do a camp. We have a bit of character development from the Stooges.
Oh, yes, we do. Yeah. Yeah, that was great.
And they also go to another school.
Oh, yeah, and see their performance.
Yeah, and that school is like, there's a girl that she's head over heels for Satowa. I mean, her playing, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe both.
And she's like, oh, watch us play. And so they're really good. And everyone is like, oh, we're super bad.
It's true. That's true. Yeah.
Now that I think about it, there's not a lot of growth on the first season.
There isn't. Yeah.
I mean, it was just them getting together, being wholesome, practicing, and kind of like,
Yeah, like slice of life type stuff.
Yeah, a lot of slice of life stuff.
Like that.
Like really wholesome stuff that you see is like,
yeah, a lot of background.
That's cute. That's really cute. It's like, how they practice a lot for the music. Of course, during this competition, at the end, they kind of lose because Kudos gets hurt saving Satowa because Kurusu trip.
Oh,
and then it was a guilt trip for the three of them because it's like,
if I wouldn't have fallen, no, it's my fault. No, it's my fault. Yeah. Yeah.
But back to the second season, they are a bit more established now.
Yeah, and I feel like that the second season, it does move to like developing and like growing a little bit more for each of them.
Yeah, because we also have the professor. The professor is really good, and the professor also seemed to have like his past.
Yeah.
In the way that he is a genius, but he just doesn't care about the things that he's good at, or rather he's like, you know what, I just like music, and I don't care how good I am, I just want to do it because it's fun, and I don't want to drive my life towards a path that something that I think it's fun will be a burden in the future.
Right.
Like, I don't want that.
And he was a child genius, and he was like writing symphonies at a very young age. Like, oh, it's incredible.
He's like, do you even play like music instruments?
No.
Like,
I don't play.
But he's like, I don't need to. Like,
it's just incredible.
Yeah, when I watch it, like, I just want to punch you so hard.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my. But yeah, it's incredible that he does decide, like, he has like and his background with choosing that kind of lifestyle of not being bothered to like be in the music scene to accomplish stuff, that, and his personality is driven by that of being, he seems like laid back, but he is very, very smart in like the music aspect. So he is the club advisor, but he is kind of in the background for the majority of it, but he does help at certain key moments. I think I would say like key moments. Specifically with in the group when they start having romantic feelings.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Girls. Oh man, the girls start having romantic feelings for the guys. Let's see here. So and it kind of surprised me actually. Like I mean, there are hints in the first season for Satoa and
Chica.
Chica. Yeah. Right. I felt like yeah, and then but for Hiro Kurusu and Kurata, no way. Like what did you think of that?
I was not expecting it. Like she was like,
I was not. Yeah.
oh damn, I think I like him.
yeah. She was like that. It's like, what do I have these feelings? Yeah. Oh, I just thought that was so funny. Cause yeah, she had no interest whatsoever at like for Kurata or anyone at all. Of course, probably with her background of being betrayed like that from her junior years, but yeah, in high school she kind of experiences a crush once again, and I thought that was great. For Satoa, she starts realizing she kind of has a crush on Chika Kudo, but she's also very like they're both kind of tsundere, but she's a little bit more dere. Yeah, I would say so, but she's a little more dere, where she kind of reacts like very, very red-faced and very like, oh, he's so close to me type of thing. But yeah, the professor, he notices, but I think he's approached by Kurusu and like, no. She drags the professor out.
Oh, yeah.
And so Kurusu, she basically confronts the professor of like, hey, like, what do I do? Like, I have these feelings for or she doesn't really like say or describe who, yeah, but she says
the professor
like
knows.
Yeah, the professor knows, and she's like, right? And so she's like, I don't want my feelings to like ruin the group and whatnot. And he's like, that's up for you to decide. Like, are you gonna are you gonna like continue working on the koto playing to like keep the group together, or like it's definitely up to you? And so I thought that was incredible, and he just leaves it at that. But that was just incredible because that kind of shows her noticing this, and then with her backstory, she's really hyper aware of like of this might be a problem.
Yeah.
but it's really great. Of course, it's still high school and it's all very cringy. Yeah, but yeah, I just thought that whole aspect, that whole arc was it was so good.
Yeah, in the second season, I think my favorite episodes are close to the last ones, because they have they're already together. They're because they know their past. Yeah, like all of them. They're like it was something that for some reason stood out to me, because it's like, all of these guys, they trust in each other because they know their past of each one of them. Because like everyone knows that Kudo was framed for destroying his grandpa's shop. Mm-hmm. Then later, everyone knows that Satoa was disowned for making a tantrum at a competition. And she just wanted her mom's attention. Right.
And she shares that story with
everyone knows that Kurusu
Ah, yes.
She was wrong as well. Like everyone knows that the Three Stooges.
Oh yes.
Were always treated like.
Oh yeah, as of no value.
Yeah, like not even delinquents. Like
no
they were
consequence.
just like the scrap.
Yeah.
And also everyone knows that Kurata, he is this Shinji character.
you know, yep, you're right. That's him to the T. But that and also kind of like his past with the previous group, the previous Koto group with his senpai.
Oh yeah.
Going out and kind of like trusting him with the club, but yeah, he's a Shinji type character.
So it's like I don't remember a lot of animes that are like, you have a group that it's all together and it's you know kind of like a team, but they rely on each other and they trust in each other, but it's like I don't think to a point of like, oh yeah, I know what this guy has gone through. Right. Which real this group it's what it really stood out because like I know how they have been feeling, like emotionally, sometimes physically, because like they practice like crazy. Like let me tell you, I don't think I have the discipline to practice as much as they do.
Like anything.
I mean, maybe video games, but
right. But I know what you mean. Like that dedication for something like this, where you like perform. They practice morning. They practice during lunch break, and
after school
for their club. But then after
the club.
Yeah, after the club, they go and practice again.
So it's more. Like they are at least out of the 24 hours, they are at least practicing like 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
Because like let's say that they're like 6 to 8 hours of classes.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, incredible. Purely incredible. And yeah, I think you're right with this anime. That type of understanding is the highlight, especially with how they come together and play Tenkyu. That they have a song that they're working on for nationals, so they play it in the qualifiers, and so this song is called Tenkyu, for the rain that comes from blue skies, or the rain that falls from blue skies.
Yeah.
So and this type of song.
Also, those series of episodes were great because you're like, we're introduced to another character.
Domija. Oh man, I butchered her name. It is.
Yeah. What's her name?
It's like
Dojima, I think.
Dojima, yeah. Dojima.
He's Dojima's. That's her last name.
That's right.
It's like Dojima Sensei, and she is bitter. She's like super bitter. She has like. I love how like
hair.
How they depict her, because it's like he has this hair, but like her eyes is like no light, no facial expression whatsoever. She was like super strict, and she was there pretty much the same as Kurusu to break them apart.
Yes,
because like there's some drama like in Satoka's home, or former home, because she was disowned.
The Hozuki family house,
the
school.
The Hozuki school,
yeah, pretty much,
and there's some drama that I don't want to talk about. It's like you should watch that, because it's like it's drama. But it's like she's there to break them apart, and then she sees Satoka happy, everyone happy, and she's being a jerk because she's like, you guys suck. It's like all your plays, like, play it again. No, play it again. No, that's not how you do it. This is how you do it. And she's like waiting for them to get like frustrated and everything, and Chika is like,
quit.
And she's like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna hit me? You delinquent? And Chica's like sitting next to her, is like, do it again. And she's like,
do it again.
She's like, excuse me?
She's like, what are you asking me? And all he says is, do it again. I want to see it from
she's
here,
practicing.
basically.
The next day, Chica is doing it the exact same. Like how she did it. And she's like,
amazing. And she's blown away.
She's like, stop being happy. Like,
oh man,
I'm here to make your life miserable. Like don't be grateful to me. Like
I wanted you to quit. Well, yeah. Oh my. Oh, that is a highlight of those last few episodes. That's for sure. Like, that was so good.
Like that teacher, like she has a 180.
Well, she does. Well, the thing is, she was also super miserable herself. She kind of like hates her own life, which is very sad. But yeah, she totally has a 180, and she starts wanting what they have, which is that like understanding and togetherness. So yeah, she like starts being willing to be a teacher to them.
Yeah. I mean, and what I liked a lot is that, you know, like Satoka, she like humbles herself, and she tells her like, hey, you're better than me. Like, can you teach me? And then like, that was the thing that she was waiting for. But then she's like, no, I don't want it anymore. So it's like, screw you. She basically tells her that.
Yeah.
Because they're like,
because like my life is ruined because of you.
But then it's like, so why are you playing Thank You? It's like, oh, well, thank you. I was playing it because, you know, my dad died. My mom had a lot of pressure, and she put me under a lot of pressure, and I was just a kid. It made me miserable. And then the teacher was like, oh, I was taking all my frustration on a kid like 10 younger than me, like 10 years younger than me. And then she's like, oh, I'm a jerk too.
Oh yeah.
Because then like she realizes like, oh, well, you know what? My crappy life that I thought I had because of her was just a crappy life that I had because of me.
That's right.
Because like, you know, like ultimately, if you're miserable, happy, sad, wherever, it's like you can blame a lot of factors, but ultimately it's you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like
what story are you telling yourself?
Like your own person is the one that decides if you are miserable or if you're happy, if you're feeling content with what you have or not. Is and then that teacher says like, oh, I feel better now because it's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna let my grandma take the reins of my life anymore because she's just like pushing me. Like, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. Right now, I like these kids, and she even has a crush with the teacher. I think. I'm hoping.
Okay.
I'm shipping them.
Okay. Nice. And
I mean, Thank You. That song was great. The first time I watched it, I cried a little.
Really?
And the second time too.
Oh wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, that song is labeled as one of the listen to these songs when you want to cry. Right where the Violet Evergarden songs or the Anohana songs are.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right up there with all those. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah.
Oh.
And yeah. Oh, it was so good. I loved the characters. The character development is amazing. And yeah, the songs are really great.
Yeah. And I don't want to give a lot of spoilers.
Oh yeah.
But the manga after that, in the manga right now, they are at nationals.
Oh, okay. What year or like same one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, and there are two more guys.
No way.
Because you know, like Kurusu and and Kurata.
Yeah,
they were second years, but
they're now
third years. That's why it was their last chance to go to nationals.
Yeah,
because they were gonna be in their third year. So
so
their third years and
college.
The Stooges, Satowa, and Chika, they're second years.
Yeah,
and there are 2 first years.
Oh, no way!
And those 2 first years is like, it's like they were working on a new song, and it's like those first years like were like the cherry on top, because it's like they were like, I don't know what's the song, but they made it look really, really good with the drawings. Because these 2 new characters, one of them, he gets kind of like imprinted with Chika. He's a boy.
Oh, okay.
But he's like always right next to Chika because he sees him as like a protector or something.
Oh, I see. Yep.
And the other guy, he has some past with that connects with Chika.
Okay.
So there's like the final character development of Chika that it's revealed what happened during the shop destruction.
Oh, no way. Okay, there's even more.
And it's kind of like messed up. The guy who did it is kind of messed up.
Really? Oh, man.
But it's like all that part for Chika and for this new guy.
Yeah. Really?
They're great. It's like I cried a little during those episodes because it's like,
wow.
So
that sounds incredible.
So yeah, during those episodes is where we see like the vice principal shine a little bit.
Okay.
And also Chika's best friend shine also a little bit more.
Okay.
Because it's like because it's now we have the full past of Chika, which in this group is just makes them stronger now because like they know more of what they gone through. Wow. Also, at the end of season 2 we see that Satowa patches things up with her mom. There's also a little bit more of that. And her mom is a sweetheart. It's like in the anime you're like,
she seemed really.
Like, this lady is like.
Well, she at the very last episode, she did have a very like huge smile, or very, very nice. She looked very nice, but so a little bit more. Yeah,
a bit further. You also like see Satowa's mom again, and it's like, oh, this lady's really nice.
Oh, wow.
Because she also notices how, like Chika and. She notices and she's like,
what's up?
Yeah.
Dude, okay. Nice. Beat some sense into Chika.
So if there's ever a third season, it's like, those chapters are gonna be fire.
Wow. It's amazing.
Because like, they also become better. They do some different trainings, but these new 2 characters, at the beginning I thought like, okay, they weren't really necessary. But then it's like, you saw how their story ends, and it's like, holy crap, we need those characters.
Wow.
It's like, we need those characters so they can win the freaking nationals.
Okay, there you go. Wow, that's incredible.
And we're introduced to some other not bad characters, but like, the other schools.
Oh, okay. And
what I liked a lot
rivals.
is how all the schools, there was a point where they had like a change of heart after listening to their music.
Oh, yes.
So I'm waiting for that part. Some of the rival schools is like,
I would imagine. Yeah.
Really hype. It's like, I don't want to cover a lot of the story, but it's like, those are spoilers enough.
Oh, yes.
Like, there's 2 more characters and they're fire.
Wow.
I can't hardly wait for whatever the song. Oh, and also, fun fact.
Oh yeah.
The sister of the mangaka is the one that composed the song Thank You.
No way! Oh,
so yeah, actually,
wow.
like, the family
no
of the
way.
mangaka
Yeah.
are a koto family.
No way! That's amazing. Okay, that's really, really cool to hear. Then.
So yeah.
Yeah. I gotta go online and find some of that. Then. Yeah. Listen to the song again. Oh, it's incredible.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, great anime is like.
Oh yeah.
For music in general, if
yeah.
you are musically challenged like me, don't worry, you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, the anime is fantastic.
Because it's just like a warm anime. It's like, yeah, you just want to hug all those guys. And like, they're there.
Yeah. Oh, so good. And I like the three Stooges. They always like react so big with everything. Yeah, I like that also. So fun.
Oh boy, but yeah, great anime. If you haven't watched it, watch it, and yeah, that's it.
Nice. Thanks for watching. Go watch the anime.
Yep. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
And keep watching anime.